that's James's meal for today. So it's a chocolate mousse sort of thing that I'll talk about with some other stuff on it. And this one is some of these things. That's one of that with cheese melted on it in the oven. And then I put a bunch of salad stuff on there. And that's taco seasoned quail eggs. And I made the chocolate mousse sort of thing with this and some Greek yogurt, and then I put that on top of it. So the fancy thing today though is this, and I made them two different ways. You can see these ones look a lot prettier, and this one, I don't know which will taste better though. These ones have that sunflower seed nutritional yeast cheese in it, and I realized, oh, but that looks the same color as so I thought, oh, I better make the rest of the rolls with real cheese, cheese strings. And here's the nutritional information from the cheese strings. So now I'm going to show you the little cup here for the mousse. That's a tortilla that I made from a recipe from Feel Good Kitchen. And my salad bowl looks messy, but my salad's going to be delicious. And the sushi today is chili. That's what it's called. That's my invention, and it's awesome. I was eating it while I was cooking, of course, to see, okay, is that enough? Is that enough? Anyway.
I'm going to start with one of the sushi things. Is that
okay? Yeah. Which kind do you want to try first? Do you want to try?
Try two. You said
okay,
there were two?
There's two different kinds. Yeah. So here, open your mouth.
Well, okay.
That's the one with sunflower seeds. And you can have this one for the next one. It's a cheese one. So how do you like the one with the sunflower seeds in it?
It's very good.
Okay. So I didn't put sunflower seeds on our salads because I forgot, but I meant to.
I think they should come fairly recommended. I think they're a high source of selenium, which you need for humans. Mm-hmm. And unlike most nuts, see, they've got a fairly low calorie count.
So this was the recipe, the chocolate breakfast mousse, that inspired, I'd love to try it, but keto right now I cannot. And so I have, like, my salad doesn't have mango pieces in it like James's does, so like that. So it's a little bit different, right? And anyway, and I'm not having one of these with my salad, but I'm having a whole lot of salad. And I probably won't have that much of this because I don't know. I mean, I can have this, the theme of the day is actually mushrooms, because in this chocolate mousse is this mocha 5 mushroom coffee blend. And I got that, and I was just thinking of this recipe that I'd read, and I thought, you know, that'd be awesome with Greek yogurt. Very easy, just mix it up and then put a few of the other things on top and whatever. And I'd seen another recipe in here for taco salad, which it's an interesting recipe, the taco bowl, because it's 178, 179. Let's see if I can show you. So that's where I got this idea. Because you can see, look at how wonderful that looks, that recipe. So, and so anyway, I did the taco bowl because it calls for, like, I didn't use large, I used the small ones, right? So for a dessert, and plus I wanted to see if this would work, because all she did, she used olive oil. I brushed mine with melted coconut oil, virgin coconut oil, because I thought that would taste really good for the dessert, right? On the anyway, and then stuck it in the oven. Now, I did have a little bit of problems because I realized, like, I was trying to find a container, and I thought, okay, well, this would work well maybe in a, like, one of those big muffin that you get, I don't know, from the store, and they're really huge, and it's like, really those things should feed like 4 people or something. But anyway, I thought that would work really well, like a muffin tin or pan like that, right, to put the tortillas in, and then put maybe some beans or something inside, like just dried beans that you use for baking to keep it from lifting up. But then I thought, well, I wonder if I have any like tin cans or something around, because I didn't have that. And so I looked around, and I got a thing that had almonds in it before, but it didn't work really well because the tortilla fell below that. So honestly, I think what would work really well is if James saved his salmon tins. That would be perfect, because he likes eating salmon, and that would make these little tortilla things really well. So anyway, I want to try this recipe because I knew how to make these like taco bowls with the soft taco shells with the tortillas, because I worked in a Mexican food place briefly, and what you do is you take a bigger, like a basket that you put in the deep fryer, and then you put the tortilla in, and then you put the smaller basket inside the tortilla to hold it so that it doesn't lift up, and then you stick it in the deep fryer. And that's how you actually make them. But I looked at this and I thought, well, either she doesn't know how to make them, or she's trying to be healthier, and who knows, this might work. So James will be the judge. James will let you know if that in fact does work. So,
at least for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And if it does for him, it'll work for anyone. So, that's all I really wanted to. I am being continuously inspired by this recipe book. It's yummy. So, but this was all me. So I'm gonna try. Ooh, that'd be so sad, because I've been working on this all morning. And I won't even bother to tell you how to make these, because it's a lot of work. And it's getting to the point, like, I'm building on my recipes. So I use the mix that had the avocado in it, and the smoke and stuff like that, and the vegetables all minced. So they're building on each other, so I make more of one thing one day, and so then I can use it in the next recipe. So the sunflower seed nutritional yeast thing, well, I made more of it so that I could make it in this recipe, and now I'll make it in another one. And yeah, so this is actually combining many recipes to make this.
It tastes nice and complex.
Yeah.
Not complicated, complex. The first one with the sesame seeds, I found the better of the two.
Sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds, sorry. The better of the two, but they're both very good.
It's so good. Yeah. So, even though the one with the sunflower seeds doesn't look as good, oh my gosh, it is so tasty. So good. That is the best sushi I have ever made. Best sushi I have ever tasted.
Yeah.
Nobody has made a recipe
sushi
as good as this.
Doesn't hold up.
So good.
Plus, you don't have to put up with the raw fish with this recipe.
The cheese one's good too, but it's not as good as the sunflower seed one. That is so delicious. I put, because I've been featuring quail eggs, for the protein lately. There's quail egg whites mixed in there. And honestly, I can't taste them at all. This is one recipe, it totally hides it. And I should mention that the sunflower seed ones, very easily made vegan, because they're, besides the egg white that I put in there, they are vegan. And you could substitute the egg white for tofu, no problem. Or just leave it out, because there's lots of great things in there. Like this one, I soaked walnuts and minced that around. So, and shiitake mushroom. I should have said that earlier, because the theme is mushrooms for today. And it's mushrooms in James's dessert that are supposed to be healthy somehow. And there's mushrooms in this, shiitake mushrooms. And
I'm not going to venture into the dessert, because I'm going to have to open it up. I won't be able to eat it by hand.
well, you can take a bite out of the side, no? You should be able to lift it right out of there, because it should be crispy and it should hold together like a bowl. If it doesn't, then the recipe didn't work.
I've already dropped stuff.
Oh, and that made you feel bad?
Well, not that good. Takes a lot to make me feel bad.
I should show you this. While James is eating, he gets embarrassed about stuffing his face in front of the camera. So,
not really, but
there's the nutritional information on these things. Brogies, popped grains, and honestly, there's not much in them. Not much to them. But I got these for next to nothing. So I thought I'd try them out on James. So that's what he's eating. That's his bowl for his taco salad today. How is that?
you said there's chocolate in there.
Yeah, it's this mocha 5 mushroom coffee blend. So it has cacao.
Okay.
No.
It must be non-sweetened chocolate or something.
Yeah, it's not sweet. So you don't like it?
It's good.
It's
not what I was
a
expecting.
healthier dessert.
Yeah. I was expecting sweet chocolate.
A sweet, yeah. Oh well, poor James.
No, I'm lucky. Got lots of healthy food and tasty food too.
But what do you think about the shell? Did the shell work?
It's working okay. Yeah.
Good. Good.
I didn't bust apart, but it's not mushy.
Oh.
So it's a fine, because the chocolate could make it mushy, right?
Yeah.
So you got the right balance here.
You reminded me that these things, the reason that I melted cheese all over the top of one of these in the oven before I put James's salad on is because he found that they're actually not that useful.
They're kind of like pockets of air. So,
when you put stuff
apart.
on them, they just melt. So any amount of moisture in a salad, say, just.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if it works out with his salad this time with the cheese melted on. I'm hopeful. So I guess I'll start talking about this and my diet tip.
Statham on the top.
Dude. So my diet tip of the day is Jason Statham.
That's right.
He's my diet tip of the day. So, I should have showed you the rest of these. So there's Green Acres and Secret Societies and the New World Order, which James will talk about if we have time.
Mm-hmm.
If not, he'll talk about it another
At length,
day.
there's still a lot to be said. Not for it, but about it.
So today I am 125.6 pounds. And
that's getting close to 20 pounds lost, right? Or is it exactly? Is it
it's
19
pretty
pounds?
much, yeah. I've lost 20 pounds in the past while. And I actually did a little monkeying with my diet because I was concerned that I was losing it too fast this week. Because with these awesome sushis that I've been making, and I mean, awesome salads and stuff. Even though if I have this great big bowl of salad, the cilantro and the cruciferous stuff and it's mostly romaine lettuce, but it doesn't amount to much. And so I've been losing, for a while there, I was losing a pound a day, and that seems excessive to me. So then I monkeyed a little bit and I lost, now it's a pound every 2 days. And that seems okay to me. I don't know. It's just, I guess, whatever a person feels comfortable with. And so, anyway, a working man. Now, when I watched this, I was working out on my exercise machine that is sort of like cross-country skiing, only I get to do it without layers, so it won't hurt my back, and
yeah,
it's pretty awesome. Exercising inside that way, in front of the TV. So I would recommend every Jason Statham movie for dieting, because there's lots of action. And it's not something that you really want to pay too much attention to or anything, but who cares? It's lots of action and it'll keep you moving. And so that's what it did for me, and I was really happy about that, because the workout went really easily watching this. Now you could use some other action adventure stuff too, maybe some Liam Neeson or Keanu. I don't know. It might work out really well for it.
I prefer that. Statham, I don't think he ever learned to act, or has he finally come around?
Well, I don't think so. But anyway, in this movie, I wonder if they're trying to appeal to the working man more, and because, you know, James and I, we were talking a while ago. He used to go to restaurants all the time. Well, he went to a few restaurants. He was regular at a few.
All you can eat places, and then there was a place, I'm going to give it a plug, Top's Pizza is probably as good as it ever was.
Yeah.
And that was my regular one.
One of the restaurants, I won't say which one, but he'd go to one of the restaurants that was one of his regular stops, and it was all you could eat day for something, and they would give him huge helpings of stuff, and he would empty out the Parmesan container, and
Parmesan, I think it's the salt, isn't it?
and they didn't care, because he said, well, I'm a great tipper. And I
always tipped handsomely, and I never tipped for service. In other words, if you gave me lousy service, you were going to get it the same tip as anyone else.
Yeah.
So if you gave me good service, it was because you hopefully liked me.
So
like the tips or whatever, but I didn't give extra
like
for
the tip.
tips.
Yeah. So I told him, well, that worked because waitresses tend to be aggressive propagandists, and they're not loyal to the company. They're working for the tips, right? So they if people hired amiable people, the working kind of people, so not aggressive, like aggressive propagandists, but the other passive people, then there was no way James would have gotten away with what he did. Like, he wouldn't have gotten huger servings. It would have always been the same, you know, because
the lasagna came in a flat metal dish. I think it's the usual setting, and the stuff would kind of almost be boiling over the edges. Mm-hmm. And you know, the way I look at it is, people who work in the restaurant business generally aren't paid very well.
Yeah, but neither are the people who work in fast food, and there's no way that you would get a bigger serving in fast food. The amiable people are working in fast food. And
I don't want to make a false dichotomy.
The amiable people are working in grocery stores.
Yeah,
and they're
I
working...
don't want to make a false dichotomy out of it.
Okay.
They treated the waitresses and the people who actually managed the place treated me handsomely at that place, and thank you if you're watching. I really appreciate they come back and talk with me and all that sort of stuff. Spend time. The drivers, wonderful. So, I was treated royally.
But with this movie, I was thinking about that, because here he is. What is he getting out of it? I mean, he tells his boss, who's had his daughter abducted, he's saying, you guys are my family and whatever. He's working for property developers, and they would have way more money than him. He's just a working man. He's building, right? So here he goes off, and he has black ops training, and so he goes to get her, but it's like he's risking his life for this family, and I think that's a lot of employers, like managers, are aggressive ruler types, and they don't understand what makes passive, amiable workers work, what makes them tick. And they are loyal. They're very loyal. And the reason that
workers, not the management.
Not the management. The passive workers are very loyal because they look at their workplace as family. The other people that they work with as family. And so I remember one boss said, like I'd said to her one day, something like, oh, well, we're like a family or whatever. And she said, we're not a family. And I thought, wow, well, you shouldn't be a boss because you don't understand. This is how you keep your workers.
What's the difference
at least pretend.
Between the family paradigm and the boss's paradigm? Boss's paradigm, you're animals.
Yeah.
You're animals.
Yeah. So,
as much as possible, from their point of view, slaves, or even worse, animals.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if I believe the message so much, but because I don't believe Jason Statham as a working man.
No.
He's just not, he's not the right personality. He's an aggressive personality type. So this loyalty, it just doesn't fit for him in that role.
No, he's totally miscast.
Right? So anyway, but the writers were thinking when they wrote this, it just wasn't written for him.
Yeah, get someone else.
Having said that, still I'm recommending him as my diet tip. So James has been, we went through this with this in between. So season 4, we'll talk about that if you want to, and a little bit of this.
Let me put it this way. I watched Green Acres to get a dose of reality, relative reality, by comparison with this crazy paranoid secret society thing. Now,
right.
I'm not saying Green Acres has much reality in it, but more than these secret society things.
Do you want to talk about either of those?
Well, how much time is it? It seems like 7.5 minutes.
You have 5 minutes.
Yeah, I would say go with your first guess. I was going to guess 5 minutes. What the heck? That's from multiple choice questions.
I'll start putting this in.
Okay. Green Acres is the place to be. Loved the show when I was a kid. I won't say I love it now, but it's pleasant. I'm sure it would be considered politically incorrect, gender incorrect, all sorts of things. I mean, Ava Gabor is playing the archetypal dumb blonde, I'd say. Of course, part of it is she's speaking with a Hungarian accent. It's probably pretty natural to her. and people who are learning a language, even if they're not really improving that much. A lot of people come up with a kind of like a standard accent for themselves, right? And then they're content with that. And that's plenty fine with me. It is kind of funny, you know, like it's, I'm sure, politically incorrect to consider accents funny, but they are. They're funny. Why do people laugh at them? Because it's a way of society imposing certain standards on other people. What's the problem with accents? Accents are hard to understand. When you live in a society, no, the accents I laugh at are, you know, like middle class, middle upper class English people who come into Canada and they maintain their accents until after they die. The corpses, their ghosts or whatever, still speaking that English accent. Yeah. And when you're talking with people, the point is not expression. Hey, look at me, listen to me, I speak some sort of accent and that's as good as your accent. No, it isn't. Within a certain context, it isn't. The point of talking, the point of speaking, the point of language is not expression. This is where people have got all sorts of things, all sorts of wrong. Yes, you can do poetry or literature and you can express yourself. But what you're using is language which is used for something else. It's used for communication. And when language starts failing at communication, it starts failing as language. Language is communication. And you got all sorts of stupid people who think they're left-wing going around, well, you know, like this accent is great, this accent is great, this accent is great. Yeah, they're funny. People laugh at them because people aren't conforming. It's particularly acute, the laughter is acute, when it's obvious people aren't conforming. The point of language, let me repeat, I want to communicate here, is not expression, but communication. It's a two-way street. It's not you imposing your accent on people. It's trying to get to the point where communication is as smooth as possible. And that's actually the left-wing concept. It's not some stupid artist or whatever, someone who doesn't fit in, imposing their way of talking on other people. It's people doing the left-wing kind of thing and trying to find some sort of accommodation. You got that clear? Have I communicated with you? So when you're in a particular culture, you try to communicate with people. And it involves work. It's particularly